Went to redress, and then the person at redress said to me, Tuart Place is available for care leavers and perhaps you might get some help there. So I attended Tuart Place and I've been helped for the last 5 years ever since. It's been great. When I first came to Tuart Place, I was really introverted. You know, now that I've been coming here, I'm extroverted, as you can see. I don't mind, well, I've got more self-confidence now, more self-esteem, and I don't mind talking out on issues. I like to help at Tuart Place as a volunteer as well because it's good and it makes me feel good too. And I don't just volunteer at Tuart Place. I help the old lady next door. That's how I done my knee, by the way, but yeah, it's great. And so if Tuart Place wasn't here, I don't know what would have happened. I might have, yeah, but I didn't.
Oh, coming down to Tuart Place, I won't miss it on a Monday. I just love it. Also catching up with my friends that I see a couple of times through the year, but now with coming down here, I see some of them once a week. I've been coming for 2 years and my husband had passed on. He's been gone 2.5 years. And I just needed somewhere to go, otherwise I would have been stuck at home. The impact on some of them to me has been wonderful because with never having been here, I didn't know these people. And over the months, I've seen a difference in some of these people. There was one particular lady that when I first met her, I automatically gave her a hug. And later I heard that it was something she didn't like. And I left it at that. And then all of a sudden she approached me and she gave me the hug, which I was thrilled. So now, every time I see her, whichever way it goes, we're hugging each other.
I've only been coming to Tuart Place for 2 weeks. Just coming and having a sing-a-song and meeting people and listening to their different aspects of their life and their stories and how they've come through different challenges in their lives, things like that.
I've been coming about 3 years, I think. Yes, it's about 3 years. Yeah, I was one of the first lot that came when they announced that they were going to have a singing group. Oh yeah.
Yes, we were in St Joseph's. Yeah, in Subiaco, St Joseph's Orphanage in Subiaco there. Yeah, we were there for many, many years, yeah, so.
Yeah. You saw a lot going on.
Even though we're growing up and married and had children and grandchildren.
You move on.
You move on, but I mean, it's still nice to catch up with children you went, well, we're not children now, but who we went to school with, it's, yeah. Yeah, and I always knew her as Lucy because at the home they never told us any other name, so I call her Lucy Ann now because here she's Ann, so she's Lucy Ann to me. So
that's it, yeah.
Well, just Ann telling me about the place, so I thought, well, I'll come down and see what it's like. Yeah, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I would tell my children now I'm not doing any babysitting on a Monday. Monday's my day to come to Tuart Place.
Exactly, yeah. Good
right,
for you, girl. Good for you.
That's it.
So I was virtually institution-wise from 1942 to 58, so it's 3 different orphanages, so virtually 16 years institution-wise. As I said, I've been here for a few years at companionship and been able to open and take pressure off myself. In fact, more friendliness, meeting people, where before I was individual and I was, what would you call it, isolated. I'm better now, I'm starting to open up, and which is good. And the people here are very good, in fact very good friends, most of them. Even the ladies, they don't like me because I'm cheeky, but it's at least I get a laugh out of them.
About 3 years I've been coming to Tuart Place. Well, they kept sending pamphlets out to me, but I ignored it and I thought, well, I'll go and see what's going on. And as I come through the door, a lovely lady greeted me by the name of Vicky, and then Susie took my name and then came back later to realise that I'd been in institutions. And so I thought, well, that first visit was very warm and welcoming, so I decided to keep coming. And I'm glad I did, because I was quite lost out there. I've been a rescuer all my life, so I come to rescue me. And from that day on, I haven't looked back. It's like it's like everything's lit up, because when you're lost there, it's a very dark place you're in. It only takes a little flicker of light to be able to get out of it. And the flicker of light was when I walked through these doors. Yeah, well, there's no pressure here when you come. You come into therapy, and if you don't have to talk straight up, you can just sit and listen for a while, and you slowly get your confidence. And now I don't stop talking.
Started coming about 13 months ago. It was to do with the Royal Commission. Since I've been coming into Tuart Place, I felt a lot better than what I've ever felt, I mean, I've been pretty much in the doldrums, and suicidal attempts and things like that. But since I've been coming here, I feel like a big load's off my shoulder as I walk through the front door and I'm home, No sooner I walk through the door like Daniel was sitting there singing songs, and as soon as I walked through the door, a big cheer grin across his face, and up he jumped, So I haven't been to many other places, but only here, and Susie being my therapist, brought me right out of my shell and it's turned me into the way I am today. So that's about, and I'm really chuffed.
I've been coming to Tuart Place just over 12 months. I read an article in the Rockingham local newspaper about Tuart Place and thought, I've never even heard of this place. So I Googled it and saw it and thought, maybe next week I'll come up and come inside and see what it's all about. The staff greeted me, and Vicky was there at the time, so she was the first one, and then, I can't remember, but it was just that I felt so welcomed. All my childhood life, I'd never shared it. I started to share it with one person only, said 2 sentences, that's it, never opened my mouth again after the first comment from the person that I shared it with. And here I am walking into this place, and everyone, first thing they're saying to me is, so where are you from? And I was like, where am I from? And I'm thinking, they want to know where, are they talking where I was in a children's home or what? And I just said to him, no, I live in Baldivis, because I didn't want to share it, because I'd never shared it with anyone. And then suddenly they're making me share it. And it's like, and now when I walk in, it's so a conversation that's just an everyday conversation, which has taught me that I can go out there now and even share it with my family, which is pretty amazing, even though they don't know the whole story. But so here they had the free counselling, which is awesome. I've spent a lot of money on counselling over the years trying to get my head right. I'm really good at jumping in and I'll fix it. And so that's a process. It's if I can get that I can say no, and I'm halfway there already, that's just a huge weight off of me. And so for that reason, I look back and I think, oh my gosh, I really did live my life for what I was taught back then, even though I wouldn't have understood that, over 12 months ago. I think in the background what I'm being taught is how to look after I am being taught, not think it. I'm being taught how to look after myself. And if that means saying no, that's huge for me.
Approximately, I think, 3.5 years. I had to do a lot of work with Pip on the Royal Commission. And from then I started looking at the support classes, opening more of Pandora's box of the past memories and getting used to and talking about them. As we got going, we got more confident. We actually could open up to each other and share more of our real feelings, and that was a very big, big help for me. There are many people I know outside who don't want to come here for the fear of opening up that Pandora's box and looking into that memory lane. My first Christmas, I was going to come to a Christmas party here. I stopped at the door there and I just turned back. I couldn't come in. It was about 4 years ago. So it's taken me this long to gradually feel at home and get into it. But yes, it is a big thing for people who are 60 and 70 to come back here and reopen up those memories. That is a big, big call. I've tried to encourage a lot of people to come here. And I do, and I say to them, I understand, but give it a go. Dip your toe in the water, gradually feel it and gradually immerse into it.
I've been coming here now for about About 4 years, 4 or 5 years.
What got you coming in the first place?
Redress. It's the only place that I really, really feel safe. I tried doing counselling and addressing my problems through other organisations and just couldn't do it. I used to be a very violent person. I'm not anymore. I'm a very quiet person now. I don't get angry anymore. I don't fight anymore. And I've also brought my son here, and was a terrible angry person. He does counselling here now, and he's amazing. The changes in him are amazing. When they have the lunches here or they have the Christmas party, it's all together. It's like a family. I go out of my way now. When I come down here, I take the brochures that they've got called Tuart Times. I put them out at my doctor's surgery and at a couple of other places that I feel that they need them, and they always get taken. So I hope that somewhere along the lines more people find here, because it is a good place to come if you need help without feel like you're being pressured into something. It's really good.
Well, I initially came here after the apology and when redress started. So it'd be a 6-year period. It wasn't until I came here to Tuart Place and did the courses that I started to learn about the child within. Because I always thought the child was forgotten, and he was. Well, today I know all about him. If I had have gone through life and never came to Tuart Place and make that commitment to learn, to heal, I think I still would have been a one hell of a mixed up individual human being. It's also about the friendship of intermixing with male and female and having fun at the same time. I do a bit of social organising because I want to see the participants outside of Tuart Place as a family group enjoying themselves.
I was one of the first ones that came to Tuart Place when it opened, and what I saw was most of them were very traumatised, boys and girls, and they're in their 70s and they're elderly, but they've never got on with their lives, you know. And coming here, well, and having all the experts come here to help them out, like the counselling and anything that they wish, have really come out of their shells and they are happy. But it was a very lonely, for me, it was a very lonely life before that. I've got something now to look forward to come to Tuart Place on a Monday. So the best thing that happened with Tuart Place was to open it up for the you know, people out of homes, because we've all got the same thing in common. So therefore we can communicate with one another, and we've become friends. Yeah, probably friends for the rest of our lives.
All the people and staff from PIP down are very willing to help you because they understand, whereas a lot of people outside don't even want to know you. And the sad part about it is that it took so long for some of these kids to get help. I mean, a lot of them now are at a stage that we're all getting on in life. You often wonder how many of us are left. Yet 130,000 kids were shipped out from England. You know, and that's a lot of kids to be taken away from their parents. When we were kids, we weren't mixed with girls. So I even now find it hard sometimes to make a conversation. And that's bad, isn't it? 70 years into your life and you still don't know how to talk to women properly. This is like a sanctuary to us. Somewhere to go, knowing that when we do come here, there's people here to help us and that we can trust.
I've been coming to Tuart House for just over 6 years. It was from the beginning. We had a little back room out the back and there wasn't many members, probably about 3 or 4 people that used to come. And gradually, over the time, it built up. Well, my husband had passed away and I was at my wit's end, and with a combination of doing redress and all that coming up, and with my husband dying, it was just too much. And one day my daughter read it in I think it was in Fremantle Gazette or something like that. And she said, "Mum, you should go." And I thought, no, that's not for me, because then you'd have to talk and say things that you really don't want to say. But anyhow, I came along, and then I guess week after week after week, it became easier. And I think it took quite a while just to be able to open up. When I started coming to Tuart Place, I was angry at the world, angry at everybody. And to be honest, I was angry at myself. I hated everything and everybody. And I talked to people in that way. And over the years, look, it's not just, not just 1 or 2 people, hundreds of people have said to me, "My God, you've changed." It just makes life easier and more quality of life, I think, quality of life over the period of years of coming here. And I will continue to come because I'm continuing to improve even now. It's over 6 years and I'm still improving and learning from others, and that's the important bit. Yeah, well, you know, I just think anyone that can come here and just come. It takes the time to take 5 minutes to come for the first time. They will come back because it changes your life. Changed mine, changed anyone's life. Because I wouldn't listen to anyone, because I really was an angry little bee.